Good morning, my little sloths. I hope you're waking up to the sunshine. And if you're not, imagine. Today we are having fine croissants, extra large jumbo muncher size. Oh, Mr. Le Chabillon. Good morning, my little sloths. Welcome to another mukbang with me, the avocado boy, and Mr. Noodle, who just wants to stay on my shoulder. So say hi to Noodle. Type right now, hi, Noodle. And I'm in a very cheery mood. Woke up, went on my bike ride, and now it's time for breakfast. This is literally my breakfast. This is a giant jumbo-sized calzone. I mean, do you think it's stuffed with mozzarella cheese, it's stuffed with cheddar cheese, and it's stuffed, I believe, with meat as well. So we're gonna open up and actually find what's really in here because I didn't make it. I didn't make it, you guys know. I'm a disaster in the kitchen, so we work as a team, you know, me and Orlin. So let's open this up. This just looks so nice, and I hope you like the Italian music. Please sit down and get cozy, because here we go. So first thing, I gotta open it. So I'm gonna cut this. I'm so afraid to cut it because it's just so beautiful, but I have to, you know, I kind of have to cut it. So, oh, look at the steam come out. Oh my God. Oh my God, you have to be kidding me. No, Orlin. And I also want to know, I got a lot of good feedback on my blood pasta mukbang. So that recipe will come to you guys probably this week or maybe even next week. But if you want to learn how, we made this from scratch. If you want to learn how to make a big calzone like this, or a small one, like a Mr. Noodle size, we're going to give you the recipe. So I just need to know, I want at least 500 comments that say recipe for a homemade calzone. Oh my God. Oh, this is kind of stuck here at the bottom. Just put a little. See, already I'm making a mess. You have to be kidding me. Oh my God. Oh, see, I'm kind of ripping it apart, but by the way, this might be a little sloppy, so I have my napkin trays over there, but I looked at Orlin and I'm like, no, I need a roll just in case. And by the way, I have more cheese. This is cheese. This cheese is actually made from sesame seeds and cashews. And over here we have the pizza sauce that's actually inside this. So you can take a look at the pizza sauce. All right, here's the pizza sauce. It's very saucy. And I'm gonna dip this in. Mr. Noodle, are you hungry? Look at Mr. Noodle's cute little, I keep calling it a croissant, but it's actually, you know, it's a stromboli. I'm not stromboli. You know, it is a calzone, but it's a cute little, are you hungry? Here, let's open Mr. Noodle so it's not too hot for him. All right. Oh, see, we need oh, okay, that comes off nicely. Kind of, yes, it does. Oh, look at this. Oh, and inside is celery. I know, doesn't that look so appetizing? It's just like fresh. Can I have a bite of yours? Fresh bread with celery. You first have to try. See if it's even, he's like, it has no cheese, no meat. What? I don't want. No. Well, maybe you'll just watch. And as I start enjoying this with all my sloths, you're gonna want some. Okay, so let's have my first bite of this massive calzone. All right, I'm so excited for you, for me too. Ouch, a little hot. Oh my God, it already tastes good. So, I don't know the best way to eat this so it's not too messy and you guys freak out, but I'm just gonna use my fork because a piece came off when I was opening it anyway, so I'm just gonna dip this in here like this. Oh my God, you guys, so right off the bat, I have something very, 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 very important to say. And that is, I'm gonna start doing weekly live stream mukbangs. Now, those of you, let me explain. This is a camera. This is now. But when you watch this, it will be tomorrow because I have to sit and watch it and edit it and spend 5 hours making sure everything's together and fix the audio levels. And so I've been doing these daily, right? But I'm thinking just to give myself a little break and to do something different and to interact in real time with the sloths, I'm gonna do live streaming. And that means all you have to do is on YouTube, a little thing will come up when what? What's wrong? You want some? What was that about? Oh. What's wrong, Mr. Noodle? Here you go. I've never heard him do this in a mukbang before. Start making croaks and cracks. What? Te pasha, Mr. Noodle. Okay, so anyways, live stream, it's gonna tell you at the same spot when it tells you that this video was uploaded. It'll be like, Nikocado Avocado is live in the same area where all people's videos publish. So, this is the important part. Let me take another bite so I can enjoy. Okay. I'm just gonna. Oh my god. Look at this cheddar cheese and mozzarella cheese. We shredded it, so oh, no. That's what it looks like on the inside. Yeah, another bite, and I'm gonna tell you the important part about this. Dip it a little in the... What a great breakfast, right? Oh my gosh, I go through so many trees with my napkins. You know what I need? Like a rag. Not a rag, but like a cloth. A cloth napkin that they used in the olden days before the invention of this. Yeah, I should do that, right? That'll be nicer. Oh, it'll look nicer too, like a fancy Italian thing. So, I need to know from all your sloths, which day or days would you like for me to do live streaming, and which time? Because I want to have a regular time that you guys can expect me to be there. Like, say, every Wednesday at noon. Every single Wednesday at noon, you can go to YouTube, it'll come up, I will be streaming live. And then you can ask me questions, or we can chit-chat to each other. And it won't be on like a nice camera. The quality won't be as good. It's on my webcam camera on the computer. But I think it's important. I think it'll be fun, it'll be different, and I just want to know if you guys are interested. If you guys are interested, then I'll just stick to this. But I was thinking once a week, or maybe twice, maybe this is what I was thinking. Every Wednesday and Saturday, or every Wednesday and Sunday. That way I get a weekend day to live stream, and I also get a weekday. And I just want to know a good time. I think noon, it's lunchtime for me, it's breakfast for the Californians, it's dinner for the people in Asia and wherever other people are watching me. Hello, Philippine people and Koreans and Thai people. Hello, I see all your comments all the time. So I was just saying, I'm talking about the times, right? The times when to do my live stream. I don't want to do it too late because I like to eat dinner at 4. By 7, I'm in bed. So I know a lot of you guys eat dinner at 7, 8, 9 p.m. in the United States. But sorry, I'm sleeping. But so I'm thinking noon. I want to know a day and a time that you prefer. And this is really important. It's kind of like the presidential election. Every vote counts. Every comment counts because say, hey, I only get 200 comments or 400 comments of this, and all it takes is 1 or 2 to beat, you know? If I get enough comments that say, I want 7 p.m. Wednesday nights, then I'm gonna do it, all right? So I need to know. So leave your comment down below, a time that you would like to do live stream. And you don't have to comment while I'm doing it. I mean, you don't have to comment. You can just watch. But those that want to interact, like if we're actually chilling together, then it's good. This is so good. So that's really important for me, you guys. Please let me know. Okay. Look at this beautiful thing. Mm. Oh. Mm-hmm. Mm. Oh my God. Mm. 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 Look at, oh my God. Look at that. Okay, Mr. Noodle, your plate's over here. This is so good. Noodle. Piece of vegetable. And that's everything, okay? He's maybe, you know, we gave him banana this morning, so that's why. So how's everyone's day today? How are you feeling? Mm. Mm-hmm. I'm feeling satisfied. Mm. Mm-hmm. Oh my God. Mm-hmm. My God, it's so fresh, literally just out the oven. I'm sorry, this is just like so much for me. I mean, not so much food, like the stimulation. Mm. Mm-hmm. Cheddar cheese and pizza sauce. And soft, fresh baked dough. Mmm. Mm-hmm. Mmm. Oh my God. I'm so messy, I'm sorry. Let's add some cheese to the cheese. Mmm. Now, the mozzarella cheese, it came in like a little bar, and we shredded it, like fresh shredded cheese, you know, shaved. And we shaved it into the thing, so it's all melted. This is the, like I said, the cashew sesame seed cheddar cheese. It's so salty. Mmm. So let's add some cheese. Mmm. It's kind of the same formula as the ricotta cheese, but minus the cashews and the orangeness. Mmm. Mmm. Oh my God. Noodle's excited. Mmm. Are any of you in Italy watching me right now? Where are the Italian sloths? Ooh. Comment down below. Hashtag Italian sloth. Mmm. You know, I had a crush on this Italian guy one time. And I was in college and, oh, yeah, huge. You know, you guys know. They are beautiful creatures. Creature of the night, no. That's Phantom of the Opera. Something of the night, Phantom of the Night. Oh, what am I talking about? Beauty and the Beast. Oh, man, he was, I'll stop there. Dreamy. I would love to see Italy one day. And eat all their delicious food. The best. Oh my God. And on top he put sesame seeds and oregano or some kind of, okay, this is gonna be very hard to show you. But on top, you see there's like, it looks so authentic. Oh. Mmm. Let me tell you the story about this guy. It's a little embarrassing. I think a lot of you guys can relate, girls and boys, be it woman, man, boy, girl, beast, sloth. All right, you'll be able to relate. So, I'm in psychology class, right? And I had to get paired. We were doing, you know, the teacher sandwiches. You know, you work with Sally, John work with Mark, Rachel work with Sloth Boy. So you get assigned a partner for a project, and I was kind of, let me tell you, a little disappointed about it because at the time I was like, come on, that's so middle school, high school. I'm paying you how much money to be partnered with, excuse me, to be partnered with somebody? I think not. I think not. You know, no. So I was already a little upset about that. But the Italian boy, he was in my class. Excuse me. Oh, you had a little crunch. Here you go. You know, he's pretty full I mean, like I said. So the Italian boy, sloth, he was in my class, right? Like I said. And so it's not like kindergarten where you have to line up against the wall so the teacher just have to keep track of where the kids are bouncing in like bumblebees, running all over the place. We actually could stay at our desks or whatever. We had nice long tables, and she just said you and you. So in my head, I was like, oh, I would love to get paired with the Italian boy. And it happened. I remember sitting there next to my friend, and I actually told her, I was like, oh my gosh, it would be so cool if I could, you know, little whispers. It'll be so cool if I got paired over it. And then right after I said it, she's like, Nick with, I'm not gonna say his name, because maybe he's watching. You guys, people from high school have found my channel. People from college have found my channel. I know, pretty crazy. Mr. Noodle. 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 Oh, so cute. So, and you know what? The project went really well. And the nervous part was first getting paired with him. But then, you know, it was like arranged marriage. I'm like, oh, thank goodness. Sometimes the arranged marriages are not really what you want. And I'm sorry. Any of you have hashtag arranged sloth. I'm an arranged sloth. Well, so this is when I lived on college campus. Or, no, this is after I was living on college campus, but he was living on college campus. Because, you know, classes in college, it's not just like per grade. You have a freshman with a senior, a sophomore with a junior. So he was living on campus, so he was younger than me. But he didn't look younger. Oh, no, he didn't. And so I took the metro, the choo-choo, the train all the way to the college campus. And I remember walking to the dorm room, and it's a very nice dorm room. It was one of the newer ones. Well, the newest one on that campus. And I remember arranging it through email or no, it was email. We weren't even friends on Facebook. Even though I did look and I did stalk. This is creepy. No, Italianness. Well, so I remember going to the dorm room, and we took the elevator. He was on the top floor, and we had to take the elevator all the way up. What are you looking at? The cheese? I don't think that's a little too much seeds for you. Bread. Noodle? Can you say noodle? Kind of. Well, so it was cold, and so I was wearing my jacket and my scarf, and I had my boots and tight skinny jeans. And I remember walking over to the campus, right? I mean, to his dorm room, and he was waiting outside down below because you have to get let in or you have to sign a little paper permission slip from the security guard. Well, so we went to his room, and, you know, his desk was full of stuff. He was a messy Italian. And so he had, like, stuff, like books and, like, a baseball bat. Was he on the base? I guess he was on the baseball team. Maybe. I think he was, actually, because there's a baseball bat there. And just so much stuff on the desk. So we had to sit on the bed. And, I mean, come on. He knew I was into the boys. And or maybe he didn't. Where was he born? I mean, because there was a lot of open people at this school. Even though it was a Catholic school. Even some of my music professors, oh, bless you. Even my music professors were open about their sexuality. I remember, well, I can't say for sure, but I have a feeling that what was the class name? It was writing class. Logistics and writing. Rhetoric and logic. It was a writing class, basically. You had to write speeches and little essays. Well, I think that guy was open too. Because I remember I turned in a paper. And I was talking about going to the gay club with a friend and blah, 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 blah. Well, I got a very good grade on that with a plus and like a little note and a little note at the bottom that said, I really like this work. So, I don't know. Anyways, we sat on the bed. And, yeah, he definitely knew. I didn't know. That's it to the story. We did our work. Where she's onto the floor. You know, like my mom, she would, Riley, get this. Butch, get this. Tap your foot. That's how my mom cleans. That's why we have dogs, so she doesn't have to bend down. Too many calories burned, you know. So, yes, Italian. I can't give you this though. That cheese is supposed to clog my arteries, not yours. Mmm. Yeah, I would love to go to Italy. There's like this famous fountain that's made out of like white marble, some kind of rock. And it's of like angels and, you know, Sir David and, no, what am I talking about? You know, just like famous people or figures. And like water comes out of their bodies into this big pool. Italians help me. More cheese. So cheesy. They say, oh, bless you. They say that the best violins are Italian. My teacher's violin, well, I had many different teachers. Wow. Yes, Italian. And it was so beautiful. You know, violins are beautiful things, aren't they? Well, his was worth as much as my parents' house. No joke, it was over $100,000. Doesn't that sound yummy? I hear you crunching your beak. $100,000 for a piece of wood. I know it makes you guys like say, what? My goodness. You say noodle? Noodle, yes. Well, it was a lot of, it was a lot. It was just a lot. And that's not including the bow. He had a bow that was like 25 grand, another bow that was 30 grand, one bow, a cheap bow that was $2,000. Oh, and I remember when the, what was it called? The GX something. It was made with carbon fiber. It was very lightweight, but as a replacement bow that you can like throw into the floor and it won't snap, which he did to like show off to the students. He would be like, look, I threw my bow. And I was thinking like, even if that was $50, why try to break it, you know? Anyways. So his violin was very good from, you know, the Stradivariuses. Let me tell you something. This has to be at least 2,000 calories. This is so much food. All this bread, it's like an entire loaf of bread that you get from the store. Plus the oil and the cheese. Let me tell you something. A Stradivarius, I learned back in the day that the violins were very good because they sat in this river. There was like pieces of wood, the trees, the lumber logs, into the Venice little streams. You know, they sat there. That's how they imported the wood, through like boats, the paddles. You know, imagine Venice. You're going under bridges and there's stars. Ah, this is how I imagine Italy, right? Like, oi, chi, oi, chi, and they're selling the pizzerias and the little chimneys and all the cute little chimneys, and the houses are smug together, and everyone's on their paddle boats and you're going under bridges, and there's lights, light beads of lights going across the bridges, and the water's illuminated. And well, that's how they transported the wood to make the violins. And they said that that wood would sit in the water for like months or years, I don't know, a very long time. And the bacteria from the water, I'm trying to remember this, you know, I could be wrong, but something about the water made the fibers of the wood change their not complexion, but their information. The wood changed the information, and then the bugs that kind of nibbled it just created like this bacteria or this algae or something. And of course they wash it off, they clean it before they make it. But then they use like egg yolk to make the varnish. It was like these unique ways, and the type of wood and how long it sat there for in the water, it created that sound, that Stradivarius sound that everyone around the world talks about. Maybe not you, if you don't really care about violins and stuff, but chi, Italianness. Noodle. No, you kind of have to enunciate, please. Noodle. There you go. That sounded like corra, which means run, which we ain't doing after this meal. Oh. Ah, wow. So I'm halfway done with the massive calzone. Oh my gosh. It's so good, bro. There goes a motorcycle. Do people use motorcycles in Italy? I think they do. This is so filling. Oh my goodness. So what else is new? What's new with you, sloth boy, sloth girl?
Hey.
Hey.
Did you like it?
Oh yes.
You haven't even eaten all of it.
What do you mean I haven't eaten all of it? It's only been going for like 15 minutes, right? I've eaten half.
I want to see you try.
Okay. Let me get a cheesy. Orlin, it's so filling.
Yeah. The noodle eats his.
I think Noodle wants to go. He saw you, he's like, oh, freedom.
Freedom.
Here you go. That's good.
I'm gonna take this to the cake.
Okay. Say bye-bye, Noodle. Bye-bye. You guys. So yeah, I mean, obviously, like I said, the whole live stream thing is just prominent into my head, and I was thinking about last night before bed. I'm just like, oh, I need to know what you guys prefer. So that's so important. And I'm excited. You know, it's something new. I'm so excited to do. Let me turn my head this way. You know, I like it this way, but it pokes Mr. Noodle, and then Mr. Noodle gets upset with me. Delicious. Filling. This is like 2 pizzas because, you know, it's double the amount of dough flipped over. You have to stuff it more. Well, it wasn't that stuffed, let's be real. I'll be honest, it could have been very, very stuffed. It could have been like pouring out. But my gosh, that would be very expensive to get all that cheese. Ew. I'm gonna keep these down here. Oh.
I'm gonna sit down and watch.
You're gonna sit there and watch me eat?
Yes. Live mukbang.
Why don't you sit here so the sloths can see?
Okay.
Which side do you Okay, I'll move over. Orlin, this is very
Stuff it enough?
It could have been stuffed more, but I'm no, don't listen. I'm saying that just, you know, if it had to be perfect, but it's already so big that if you stuffed it more,
See, I couldn't stuff it more, that's the thing.
yeah, well, it would have been expensive to stuff it more. If this were half the size, you could have stuffed it more.
Yeah, and also it wouldn't.
So how's your day, Orlin? What's up with you? What are you doing today?
Well, I was just feeding the birds.
Feeding the birds.
Yeah, the noodle, like the croissant thing?
He liked it. I mean, I think he was already full with banana, like I told you guys.
Ugh. Looks good.
It's good.
It's very thick though. I think I made it too thick.
Oh, here's the cheese, right? This part?
Yeah.
All right, let me show you. There we go. All right. That is cheese, melted cheese. Mmm.
So is calzone typically thinner?
No, they're usually like this.
Yeah?
He didn't look at a recipe. He just did this off. I showed him a photo, and he's seen me eat one when I was in London on camera. And I was, you know, he didn't look at a recipe. He just did it. You know?
I winged it.
Yeah, winged. Oh, it's very... Oh, I love this layer of cheese right here.
Why don't you dip it in this?
It's so cheesy.
Dip it in this.
Clogged your arteries. Clogged your arteries.
Of course. Normal.
Mm.
So this is where I made the cheese.
Mhm.
Probably looks gross, but this is where I made it.
Mm-hmm.
You're not dipping it in the pesto either, are you?
I was.
Oh, okay.
I was. I
You want me to
am.
bring you garlic sauce?
Mm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Breakfast and lunch. I'll still have dinner.
This is a lot of bread. I made this with 1 pound of flour.
1 whole pound.
Yeah, 1 pound of flour.
That's like 2,000 calories right there.
And
I've seen the back of the bag.
you can never eat enough.
Mm-hmm.
I made the pesto with
Oh, shh! No, I said I'll give them the step-by-step recipe if they comment enough to say we want to see how to make a homemade
mum's the word.
calzone. Mum's the word. Oh, sorry.
I'm very proud of this.
Look at the cheese there. Oh, the cheese.
Yeah, I should open a bakery.
Look at the cheese. I'll dip it in more cheese for you. Oh, this is so salty.
This is very salty.
Wow, that's how cheese goes.
Yeah.
No one wants saltless cheddar.
No one wants plain cheese.
Yuck. I know it's hard for the sloths to see the cheese, but the cheese is here. This is a clump of cheese.
Tastes good?
The dough.
This is like a nut cheese. One time, Nick and I were on an airplane, and we started talking about wood, and then he's like, "Yeah,
Wood?
that wooden piece of wood."
Oh, yeah.
That was fun.
Oh, my slotherisms.
Yeah, I used to write them down. I had like a notepad, and I would write down all the slotherisms you would say, like a wooden piece of wood, or what else would you say?
We have to find that notebook.
I don't know what it is. There was
Sometimes
so many.
you just say the darnest things, and
Yeah, wooden piece of wood.
yeah, I was like, yeah. A lot of you guys have, you've heard about my college stories and my high school experiences. Well, do you have any like college experiences?
Yes, I do. I have a bunch. Well, the one that comes to mind is I had a psychology professor, and she was very funny. She was outrageous. She warned us on the first day of class that she could randomly fall to the floor.
Oh, this one, yeah.
Yeah, and like we didn't believe it. We're like, she's kidding. She doesn't actually fall. And then one time she was like giving a lecture on like Freudian philosophy or whatever, something about Sigmund Freud, and she just fell to the floor.
Like down? Like
Yeah.
over?
She's just like a tree tumbling down, like timber. Yeah, and like she told us not to pick her up. She's like, "It's fine, I can get up on my own. It happens." And she just got up on her
So it's like a balance issue. It sounds
Yeah,
like.
she says that she will go on dates. She said that on her first date, she was like going out with this guy, like going into bushes, and then she just fell on her face.
And they were in the bushes on their date?
They're like gonna go into the bushes or something. And then like she fell and like messed up her face.
Oh my god.
And that was her first date. And she says that it happens randomly. She just falls. And she doesn't know why she falls, and no doctor can figure out why she just falls, but she just falls randomly. So yeah, that happened like twice, or I think 3 times.
Wow.
Because it happened during finals. She was carrying the papers, and she just fell. They all flew everywhere.
She was exhausted from grading them.
Yeah.
Oh, finals. Ugh.
It was funny.
I'm so happy those days are over for me. If you're in school, I get a lot of comments from you sloths that are just like, "I'm studying while watching you. I'm doing homework." Oh, I feel your pain. Oh, no.
Oh my
I
gosh.
hate homework.
I had another professor. His name was Mr. Mahmood. He was from India.
Mahmood.
Mahmood. He would get phone calls from his wife from time to time while he was giving us classes, because she was apparently very needy. His ringtone for her was the Darth Vader song.
Dum, 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 bum, yum, bum, yum. Yeah, like that one?
Yeah. On the topic of ringtones, when I was in high school, I had a teacher named Miss Pozzillo. She was like an English teacher or something.
Mm-hmm.
She had a ringtone that was like, "You have a call. You have a call. You have a call." And it was so funny. And then like, since the class was big because it was like an AP class, she would also like
The AP classes were big there?
like yeah.
For us, where I went, it was always the smallest class.
No, it was in a charter school.
Charter.
But
What
anyway,
is charter school? I don't even know. Do you know it? Do you know?
it's like for nerdy people.
It's
Anyway,
a smart person school, charter?
yeah, it's like a magnet.
But what
school.
does charter mean? I think of chalk.
You have to.
Chart.
It's not like public schools where you can go in. They kind of have to pick you. There's like a lot of admission requirements.
Fancy sloth. Oh.
Well, anyways, some of us started. I think I did it too once. We downloaded the ringtone on our phones, and we would mess with her, and she would get so pissed, and she wouldn't know which of us had it. Like, "You have a call. You have a call."
Oh my gosh, that's kind of funny.
Yeah, I think I downloaded it on my iPhone once.
Look at this cheese. Oh, yes. cheese. There's see that layer of cheese.
That's very nice.
Very melted.
It smells like bread.
When I came back from my bike ride, I was like, Orlin, it smells like a pizza shop in here. Like the one that we go to down the street.
Oh gosh, that's like $1 billion to eat at that pizza shop. It's so expensive.
Yeah, it's cheaper to make our own.
Literally, this costs pennies compared to pizza buying from a restaurant.
70% done. It's like a clock, you know? Doot doot. Getting there.
The whole thing was full, wasn't it?
Pretty much, right?
Yeah. So I didn't think it would grow. It grew a lot.
Like
It's very
me.
cool though. That bread is so amazing. How it looks like that, and it has the crust on the edge, and
It's very nice.
it's a very nice thing.
Didn't you have a teacher that had like 50 cats or something? A cat teacher lady?
Oh my gosh, Miss Bates.
Miss Bates. Oh gosh. Right there's a joke in her name. Miss Bates.
She was my AP.
And she was the master of the
She was
class.
my-
So I'm not going to say it because of the children, but the adults could connect the two. Okay.
She just was my.
That's what they called her.
And she didn't have
Sorry.
cats. She had pugs. Guinevere, Roland, and Ronald.
What if they
Ronald.
find this video?
Ronald. Oh, hey, Miss Bates. I did not like her. She did not like me. She didn't like anyone. She was horrible.
Oh.
She was
But isn't that a shame?
the worst teacher in the world. She's horrible. She's worse than Miss Trenchbull. She was horrible. She would she would make people cry in that class. She would give them the lowest F's imaginable. What?
I just moved it. Yeah, keep going.
She would give them the lowest F's imaginable because in my school, if you were in the medical academy or like whatever, one of the more complex academies, if
that
you got
you?
like a low, yeah, it was in the vet academy. If you got like a low grade, they could like put you on probation in the academy because you have to keep your GPA at a certain level. And she
What
would
was
give
your
like
GPA graduating?
5.6.
5.6. It only goes to 4.
No, like HPA.
Oh. I don't know what that means. Well, I was...
My GPA was
3.0.
4.0, but like my HPA was high because of my AP classes. And I did do one more.
I would have never liked you in high school.
Oh yeah. No, people love me. I was a businessman. I would do homework in the bus for people and they would pay me. Money. Anyways.
M is for money.
Money. C is for cookies. M is for money. Well, anyway.
So talk about Miss Bates, yes.
Yes, she would give them horrible Fs. One time she gave like this girl, like, I think it was a 10% F.
That really affects the GPA.
That
F
just-
is an F,
That
but
just messes you up forever.
10% is different than 50%.
No, and like here's the thing. Like most AP teachers do curves. She did not believe in curves. And also it was English composition, right? So like in most tests you have multiple choice. This lady, all her tests were written, and she had this horrible grading system where it was all based on how she felt that you wrote, and your spelling and your grammar. Oh, and she had daily grammar tests, like quizzes. She would be like, spell psychotic, spell
Oh, I would have failed.
narcotics, spell like all these mundane words she would never use. And she would just give you the worst F's imaginable. Because if you got one letter wrong, the question was wrong. It was horrible. And there was only like 5 questions, so like if you got 2 wrong, you were already at a C.
Oh no, those are the worst.
Yeah, you want the
I like the
100 questions.
teachers.
You want the ones with 100
Or
questions.
no, it's like every question is worth 5 points.
Oh no.
And so if
She
you
did
get
not
a
do
letter
that.
wrong, it's 1 point off, but you still get 4 out of 5 on that incorrect
So-
answer. I had the easy teachers, like I said.
So it was funny because she was obsessed with pugs. She had photo. Did you ever see Harry Potter? You remember the crazy cat lady in The Prisoner of Azkaban?
Oh, what a great story.
Yeah, she had a bunch of photos of pugs and hearts. And every time she would make like some type of essay homework, she would give an example of the format she wanted. And in the header, it would always say the name of her pugs. Like Guinevere Jr., September 12th, 2011, Roland II or something. Like she had a bunch of pugs and she repeated names from like English characters.
That's so funny.
Oh, and she was so gross. And she would tell us about her dating. Because she was a Christian. She said that she would do Christian mingle.
Christian mingle. Where are my Christian sloths? I know I have lots of them out there. How many of you like Christian mingle? We're not. We're banned there, aren't we?
Okay, so she would. Yeah, we are. She would tell us stories. One time she's like, I went out on a date. We didn't ask. We were so grossed out, but she was so lonely. It's like, I went out on a date with this gentleman.
This is the lecture?
Yeah, no, that was after she failed all of us.
Oh.
Well, she hated me because me and this other guy named Karen, we always got like A's, and she hated that.
She couldn't stoop. Yeah.
She couldn't stomp on us. But it was hard getting those A's because she was very, very bad at grading. But anyway, she was telling us about the Christian mingle, and she's like, I went out with this gentleman. Oh, she talked very proper.
A gentleman. Was she old?
And no, she was in her 30s, and she was not looking very good for her 30s. Oh. I think she was smoking.
She needs some more calzones.
Well, anyway, she was like, no, she ate a lot of calzones.
Excuse me. Oh.
Yeah, she was. So she was like, I went out with this gentleman, and I found his level of education not on par with what I expected.
That's how she talked?
Yeah, it was so gross. And she's like, I kindly left after our first date and did not return any calls.
Wow.
And like,
she sounds real fun, right? The type of gal that you take to the baseball game.
And some people would speak up to her, like they were really bad because she graded so horribly. She would be like, get out, out. She would kick them out, and she had a button under her table to call security, to call the dean. She's like, out! And she was always wearing short shirts, so she had like her arm wiggling everywhere. And we would like laugh, like we would hold in the laughter.
Why would people get in such trouble that they had to get?
Because they would start crying and making a whole mess. Like, please, I really need to have a D at least. A D is passing. It's like, out, you earned it.
Oh, she sounds real.
She was horrible.
Real warm and fuzzy.
And there was like the last day of school, there was like we went to the board because we would always talk about it during lunch. She had like in her board there was a dent. And we just grabbed one of the markers because she like went out to talk to the dean or something. She kicked someone out. And we put hit head here.
Hit head here?
Yeah, because we like, she hits her head there every day probably. Oh,
how many teachers are watching this?
No, and we went through, oh yeah, I don't know why we did this, but we opened up her closet because she never let anyone open it. She's like never open it. It's like her emergency.
Her purse?
No, her emergency, like if there was ever an accident in class. We opened it out of curiosity because there was never an emergency. We're like, what is in there? It's probably her dead husband or something. Mm. We opened it. There was 1,000,000 pads. And we put like under hit it here. We put free pads here.
It's the human reproduction education class.
And when
Health 101.
She came into the class, she was furious. And she called the dean, and the dean couldn't do anything because no one was gonna snitch on who did it.
But they were all in it together?
We were all in it.
All 30? How many
I was
people?
in it. I grabbed a bunch of pads and I put them on the...
You're bad!
You know where you put the erasers for the boards? Oh, I hated her. I put a bunch of pads there.
As the eraser?
Yeah, like we put all the erasers and the markers on her table next to her pug photos, and then we put a bunch of pads and we're like, get free pads here. It was great. That was great.
Oh my god! I never even heard this story before.
Oh, she was horrible. Oh yeah, during her final exam, there was.
I can't believe you did
only 2 people passed, Karen and I. Everyone else got the worst F's imaginable.
How did you have to study for that test then?
No, like it was, you could study. She would take off points for each error in each word. If you didn't put a comma, she had a red marker. It looks like each time you give an essay, it would look like a map. She would be like this. Awkward, question mark, really, question mark, are you sure about this, question mark, cite sources, question mark.
Oh, she sounds real nice.
And she'll be like, maybe this would help. And she would have like an S, be like, put this paragraph here.
Maybe this would help.
Yeah. She was so bad. And she would leave the snarkiest like comments on each essay. And she would make your parents sign when you got an S.
Your parent had a sign?
She would leave an X. Like this, no lie, for your parent. And she wouldn't even.
This is college. Your parents should not be involved. Well,
No,
they're paying the bills.
It was high school. It was
Oh.
high school.
Oh.
She wasn't. That was my AP class.
Oh, charter. That's right.
Yeah, it was my AP class. Yeah, it was horrible. And she would like once a month. She would have teacher like parent meetings from the. And like the parents would have to come and hear. Like,
Did your mom have to go?
Never.
No.
My mom never had to go to school.
Okay, I was
I was very low maintenance.
Except when you're taking tampons from the teacher's closet.
Oh yeah. We would get when people would get to the class early, they would like move. I think I did it once too. We would like move her photos, her pug photos, and it would mess her up. She would be like off the whole time. Like something was off. She was very OCD.
Oh, so you just like switched the photo
We would
frames
move
around
around.
on her desk?
Yeah, yeah. And we used to call her Thug Master Bakes.
Thug masturbates. Oh.
And I don't think she got it until a few days, and then she was furious. She's like, I know what you have been doing. I know what you have all been doing to me. Thug Master. I know what you're doing. The next person that says it goes out. But for a long time, we're like, Thug Master. And we're like, did you know that in Old English, calling someone a master is a great honor? She's like, oh, yes, I do know that.
And then she accepted the nickname?
Yes, she accepted Thug Master.
Oh.
Because we're like thug, and thug is really hip and coming.
Wow.
No, really, guys. Thug Master Bates. We're like Thug Gangster Bates.
Anyways, Miss Bates, thank you for taking good care of Orlin, and thank you for, providing entertainment for today's mukbang. And I think I'm going to say goodbye because honestly, I am so full. I ate 65% of it, 70% of it, but even more because I also dipped the cheese and had a little bite of noodles.
Like one time she gave us a slideshow of her pugs. She had like a PowerPoint. She's like, a lot of you want to see my pugs, right? So I have a PowerPoint I want to show you guys because you've been good this week or something. She was like being very weird. And she like showed us, she had the projector on and there was like all her pugs. And they have like pink colors and little hearts.
Oh my gosh, we're going to do that with the birds. If we ever become teachers, class, children, niños y niñas, estoy pájaros, sit down, no taco, listen, watch the Slido, and I show the slideshow of our peppers. But anyways, I'm done. I'm gonna go digest. I hope that you guys enjoyed your food and you loved watching me devour most of this calzone, and let me know if you want the recipe, and we'll show you how to make it, and have a good day. Yes, and take good care of your animals, and make sure if you have a closet full of pets, you put 2 locks on that. All right. If you enjoyed this, give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
May the odds be ever in your favor. Goodbye.
Goodbye.